Good morning, YouTube. I am working on the Pantera suspension today. I've got some new bushings that are going to go in the coilovers for the rear because the rears are just completely shot. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. If it's your first time, hopefully you're going to really like some of the cars that I'm working on and you'll consider subscribing. And if you've already subscribed, thank you so much for doing that. It means a lot to me to have you guys as subscribers. It's not a ton and this channel isn't huge, but that's okay. I appreciate the ones that are here. So I've got the Pantera backed out and I'm going to be doing the bushings on the coilovers today. My old bushings were just completely shot. I mean, they're just falling apart, flaking off in pieces, and they're gone. There's no saving them at all. So it's time to replace them. Luckily, I was able to find enough bushings to do the rear. So I'm going to do that today. And then I took some measurements on them so I can order some new ones and try to get those done for the front of the car. And that'll be a separate project. Just a couple bolts that hold them on. It's a pretty simple project. So I'm going to get started. I'll show you what I got going on. Anytime you're working on a sports car or, stuff like this, make sure you take the time to find the jack points. You can't just go sliding the jack up underneath these cars and cranking away because you're going to do some damage to the structure of the frame. This car actually has 4 points that are, the areas where you would put a jack that will support the entire car and not damage anything. So just word to the wise, take a couple extra minutes, find your spots, get the car jacked up properly. I see a lot of these sports cars, sometimes you look underneath and you can see where the side has just been ever so slightly dented in because somebody just threw a jack under there and just went to town. So do it the right way, guys and gals. All right, I'm gonna put a jack underneath here and I'm gonna raise up this lower control arm to take some of that weight off there, and then I can loosen the nuts and then lower this thing back down after I've got the tension off of it. Here we are on the back suspension, and as you can see, the bushings are just complete junk. So I've got brand new ones. This is the coilover setup from Pantera. Pretty nice setup. We're gonna get these things swapped out and hopefully that's gonna cure the little squeaking, rattling noise or whatever that I've been hearing in the back of the car. Clearly, these bushings have seen better days, so we're going to get those replaced, get this thing all cleaned up, and get it reinstalled, and we'll grease everything while we're at it. This is the passenger side. You can see, there's really just nothing left. That shock was just sliding back and forth on that bushing, so I'm almost positive that's the noise that I heard when I was driving. And you can see these are just gone too, so definitely time to replace these. A trick I learned on these cars, when you're putting bolts in for like suspension, the transaxle, things like that, you always want to put the head of the bolt the way the car is traveling. So these are all facing the rear of the car. Well, there she is. That is definitely a problem. This one down here is just completely gone. I guarantee this is the noise that I heard, the clanking in the rear. All right, I'm gonna get these things replaced. So here it is, all installed, everything's lubricated, everything is greased properly. This thing should handle a whole lot better than what it was. I'm pretty excited to test it out. Well, both coils are done. Everything's back together. I'm about to put the rear tire on, and that will wrap up today's project. Actually, I take that back. I'm gonna do a couple more things, I think. So these are the wheel centers. These are the old ones that I had, and I just got in a brand new set, so you can see what a difference that's gonna make. So I have all new center caps and clips to go in on all four. And then I got some LED bulbs from Amazon the other day, and they look like they're gonna work. They're the same size. So I'm gonna see if I can stick these in the gauges and make those gauges a little bit brighter, because it is kind of tough to see at night. You know, those old bulbs. I think I have one, yeah. Here's what the old style bulb looks like in those gauges, and you can see they're just, this one's burned out, but you know, they don't give off great light, not like these LEDs. I did the LED conversion on the Ferrari, and it made a world of difference, so I'm hoping that I can achieve the same results on the Pantera. All right, quick update. I put the wheels on, I put the new center caps in. I decided to take it around the block for a spin just to make sure everything was good, and the noise that I used to hear out of the back is gone. I still hear the rattle up front, so I guarantee it's probably gonna be the exact same thing. Those bushings up front need to be replaced. Unfortunately, they didn't have those in stock, so I'm gonna have to find sets for the front, but it's an easy job. I'll get that squared away. I got LED lights in the gauges. I just have to do the speedometer and the tachometer, and we're good to go. But they look good, they work, I'm happy. This car is awesome. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. I'll see you soon. Stay hungry, stay foolish.